Welcome to Salika Mag. Subscribe for more tutorial. Today's tutorial is about this handkerchief, peplum top or peplum dress. I will explain you step by step so even beginner can follow, and you will also learn how to make the neckline with bias or with piping. So let's start. First is pattern making. So I just mark here a straight line, and now I'm going to mark my shoulder, that is here 7.5 inches, and then the armhole is here 8.5, that I got from chest divide by 4 minus 0.5. So you can check my basic pattern tutorial for more details. So here 14 inches is total length of body. After marking the chest is here 9, then now this line is waist, and now just join these lines. So I'm quickly doing this. So if you already know the body part, you can skip this part of the video, and see, that's how you have to mark here your neckline. I'm taking here 6, and upside half inch I just take, and here 1 inch, and then half inch outside again to make here a slant line, because our shoulder is not a straight line. So here that's how we will get a slant line. And now just join all these lines and make here a curve. If you are very beginner, you can watch my this basic pattern tutorial in more detail. I will give a link in the description so you can check. And now here almost 1 inch you can make here the back line. So it depends how much deep you want from back side. So just cut it, and now next step is to trace this pattern on your fabric. So here fold side of fabric should be like this, and then place your pattern. If you want to watch this video in a slow mode, you can click here the 3 dots and you can check there. Sorry guys for the background, but anyways, now pin up it, and after that trace all the pattern and add the seam allowances, because this pattern is not having any seam allowances. And after tracing exactly, you have to add all the seam allowances. 1 inch for the upside, and then here no need, and here also 1 inch, and this way you can trace your pattern. And down part also you need 1 inch. If you are using serger, obviously you need half inch only seam allowances, but here I'm taking 1 inch. Remove the pattern and just cut it quickly. And after cutting this, let me show you how you can cut your front neckline marking. That's how you can make here holes, and it will be easy for you to mark the neckline. Now I'm marking my front neckline, and after marking I am just going to cut it. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe Salika Mag, and please press the like button. It will really help me to make more videos. Now the back part. For back part we have to fold 1 inch like this on the folding side, and then place your pattern. We are folding like this because we want to put the zip or button at the back side. So for that we need some fabric there, that's why we fold it. And again all the way just trace your pattern same way as we just did in the front side. And I already uploaded the beginner course, you can check in my playlist, and if any question you can ask me. That's how you will cut your back side. And after that, just mark the centers of your the folding side of your pattern. Let me show you how you can mark here. After finishing this folding this way, here just mark here the make the tucks here, so you know that here is the folding. Now separate these two parts. So now that's our two parts, and you can fold it from here. You can put zip. I will give a link in the description about how you can put a zipper here. And now let me show you how you can attach the shoulder with the shoulder and then side with the side. So let's go to the sewing machine. So that's how you have to double lock at the start, and also at the end you have to double lock to make it secure. Now the other side, same way. Make sure that all edges are equal. And after stitching this, I will show you how you can cut your handkerchief peplum. So that's how the body is ready. And now start the down part, that is more interesting. Here my fabric is almost 15 inches and almost 1 yard fabric I am using, and whatever width you have, it will increase your length. So I'm just using in my old scarf, so that is only this much width. And measure your waistline, and after measuring you will do here the marking for the waistline, something like this. So at whatever my waistline here is 6.5, so whatever point your 6.5 will come, you can move your measuring tape this way. So that's how I'm going to mark here. And because if I mark here at 4, after that when I will measure it, it will become 6.5. Let me show you. This is something same we did in previous lesson about how to make poncho. If you miss that tutorial, you can check. And also the circle dress, this is something same. And let me cut from here. You see, this is exactly 6.5 here. Now start. Let me cut it. Only we will cut this part. The down part we will keep it same. And now I will show you how to open it. You can see here. That's how it will look, and then we will join it with the body. So this is our body, and you will attach side with side and center with center. And now just mark the sides and the center, so you will know exactly how you have to attach. This is the center, so you have to mark also on the center. Just make the small cuts. and after that make this small cut here and pin up properly, and then go to the sewing machine and see, that's how you have to first stitch your back side till here, and after that you will attach this body with your down part. I just stitch here till here on the back side, that opening that we just make, almost 3 inches you can stitch, and after that you can put zip or you can put buttons, whatever you want on the back side. So this is our center back. Now we can start to pin up all these things. This red side is my front side, the right side, so let me turn it inside. And now I'm doing actually in normal mode this video, because for beginners it is difficult to understand how to attach body with the down part or skirt part for a dress. So that's how, center with the center and side with the side, and pin up properly. Take some time to pin up, otherwise you will make some mistake. See, that's how, side with the side, and then the rest part you can pin up. So after pin up it properly, then go to the machine, so it will be easy and no need to remove your mistakes and all these things. So stitching required a lot of patience, a lot of patience you need to stitch, and if you skip any part you will end up in any mistake. So guys, if you like this video, just please press the thumb up button. It will really help me to make more videos. And see here, center back with the center back, and now pin up it properly. So after pinning up it properly, we will go to the sewing machine, and see, that's how it will look. And while stitching, maintain your seam allowance. So now I'm on my machine, and that's how you have to place it, and make sure no other fabric is there, only 2 edges are there, and the point from where you start you will end, so it will double lock automatically. So that's how you have to stitch. Guys, please press the thumbs up button, like button. It will really help me to make the more videos. If you are interested in abaya making course, you can check in my channel. I uploaded abaya making course and how to make the basic pattern, and all these videos you can check in my playlist. So I just quickly stitch here, and you can see here I'm just going to cut the piping or the bias. So let me show you on the paper. See, that's how you have to make it in angle, and 1 inch width you required for the piping or bias. This is for the neckline. So I'm just quickly cutting here, and will show you how you can attach bias pieces, 2 pieces, how you can join, because you can't join 2 pieces like a straight stitch. So bias or piping you can also get from market. They are available in different color and sizes, different widths. You can also use that bias, and I will show you how you can attach this with the on the round neckline. So after cutting all these edges, you can see I'm just using the leftover fabric. See, that's how you have to place one side on the other side, like in this shape, and here your stitch should become, and this way when you will turn it will become just smooth. So why we do this? Because we don't want to make the fabric on the same place. So in this way it will go in a angle way, so it will not come bulky. So now you can fold it again and press it, but I'm using it single. But as a beginner I would suggest you that use the double piping, so it will easy to handle. So let me show you how you have to place it on your neckline. So this is the back side. Start from the back side and see, place it like this, fold it from here and a little bit the inside and pin up here, and see, that's how you have to manage it. And then ½ inch will be your sewing allowance. So now I'm stitching. While stitching, make sure that if you want your piping visible on the front side, keep it a little stretch, so it will give you more neat finishing. And all the way only handle small part. It's not a regular straight stitching, so because it's curved, so that's why every 3-4 inches stop your machine and then start again after fixing your fabric all edges equally. So that's how you have to manage your fabric. And now at the end of the piping also you will do the same as you did on the starting. You have to fold from the edge, and you have to fold your piping on the edge and cover the edge with the piping. If any excess piping, you can cut from here, just like that. Cut the extra fabric and now fold it inside, cover it and then stitch it. So after that, see, I just cut all extra here, and only a little bit we need here. And after stitching this, we will turn it, and you can do the hemming or you can stitch it with the machine. It depends that what option you prefer. Also it depends on the fabric type, if it's fancy or with embroidery and all these things, you can do hand stitching. See, that's how. Let me show you. At this point you have to iron it properly. Iron your bias or your piping properly. See, that's how it will come. And before going to machine, if you want to machine stitch, before going to machine, here make the basting. Do the basting. Basting means just loosely hand stitch it to make it fix. So that's how it will come. So I'm just taking a needle, put a thread in a needle and just do the basting, and after that you can go to the machine. It will give you really neat result. By avoiding this step, your project will end up in a mess. So beginners should follow all these steps. Even on advanced level, tailors and everyone who have a neat stitching, they follow these steps, otherwise you will not get neat result. So hope guys you like this video. Please give me your response. Your feedback is very important for me, and also tell me what next project you want to learn. And please hit the subscribe button and like button. Even if you don't like, hit the dislike button, but at least give me your response. It is very important for me. And see, I'm just doing the basting, and after that I will stitch it with the machine. So let me show you this again on the dummy quickly. This is almost done. And on back side you can attach button. I have a tutorial how you can attach snap button, or you can insert a zip. You can check on my description.